All right, today we're going to dive into a really powerful story. It's all about that feeling of being stuck, and maybe more importantly, the secret to getting free. It's a simple parable, but trust me, the lesson in it might just change your entire perspective. I mean, you know the feeling, right? It's universal. That sense that you're just spinning your wheels, running as fast as you can, but going absolutely nowhere. Maybe you feel trapped by a situation, a relationship, or even just a memory from the past. And it's so easy to blame everything and everyone on the outside for holding us back. But what if the prison door isn't actually locked from the outside? This quote, this gets right to the heart of what we're talking about. It suggests that sometimes the key to our freedom has been in our own hand the entire time. So let's unpack this feeling, and we're going to do it with a classic story. It's a parable that just perfectly illustrates how we can become our own jailers. And, surprisingly, how simple it can be to find that freedom. So our story starts in this beautiful, lush forest. And this is where we meet a young monkey named Miko. And, well, like a lot of us, Miko has this one particular flaw that is about to get him into a whole lot of trouble. Miko was, incredibly fast, really clever, and super curious. But his biggest trait, the one that defined him, he was very, very greedy. If he found one banana, he wanted two. If he found two, he wanted the whole bunch. And this insatiable desire, it's the key to the whole story. So one afternoon, this amazing smell of roasted peanuts leads him to a farmer's porch. And there he sees it, a glass jar filled right to the brim. Now, for a greedy little monkey like Miko, this wasn't just food. This was the ultimate prize, the jackpot. And this, right here, is where everything takes a turn. A simple temptation is about to become a very, very effective trap. Not because of its clever design, but because of Miko's own nature. He looks around, sees the coast is clear, and boom, he slides his open hand right into the jar's narrow neck. He grabs the biggest handful of peanuts he could possibly get, curling his fingers into this big, tight fist. In his mind, he's already won. But then he tries to pull his hand out, and it won't move. See, his open hand slipped in easy, but that fistful of peanuts, it's just too wide to fit back through the opening. He pulls and he yanks and he screeches, but it's no use. He is totally and completely trapped. So now Miko is facing this classic dilemma. On one side, you have the prize, a handful of peanuts. And on the other side, you have the price, his freedom, and maybe even his life. He wants both, but he can only have one. Okay, this is the most crucial point of the whole story. The jar isn't a cage. The top is wide open. Miko could be free in a split second. The real trap isn't the glass jar. It's his own clenched fist. It's his attachment to what's inside. Let's just pause on that idea for a second. The self-made trap. Because this story, it isn't really about a monkey, is it? Which brings us to a question for you. No, really, think about it. What are you holding onto so tightly that it's keeping you stuck? Is it a grudge, a past failure, maybe a job you hate? We all have our own peanuts. Okay, back to our story. As Miko is struggling and pulling, the stakes suddenly get a whole lot higher. He freezes. He hears something approaching. Heavy footsteps. It's the farmer coming back from the fields, and he's carrying a net. Miko's window for escape is closing, and it is closing fast. The moment of truth is here. Miko has to decide, right now, what he values more. So this is the climax of the story. It's that moment where pure desperation forces this powerful, crystal-clear realization about what is truly important. As that farmer raises his net, a switch just flips in Miko's mind. He has this epiphany. These are just peanuts. But his freedom, his life, that's everything. The value of what he was holding onto so tightly suddenly becomes zero. And just like that, we see how simple the solution was all along. The second he makes that choice, the escape is effortless. He relaxes his grip, the peanuts fall back into the jar, his hand slims down, and it slides right out. And in a flash, he's scrambling up a tree, totally safe. He's free. So let's bring this lesson back home, back to us. Because while Miko's problem was a handful of peanuts, ours are usually a little more complex, right? But the principle, the core idea, it's exactly the same. The key concept we're really talking about here is attachment. It's that powerful emotional bond, that connection we form with things, or ideas, or even feelings. Miko's attachment to the peanuts was the real cage, and our attachments can work in the exact same way. And the solution is to liberate ourselves. This isn't about someone else coming to save you. It's about the incredible power that you find inside yourself the very moment you decide to just let go of that attachment. So, what does this look like in our own lives? I mean, our peanuts can be anything. That burning need to always be right in an argument, even if it costs you a relationship. A painful memory that you replay over and over again, letting it define your present. Holding on to a grudge that, let's be honest, poisons your own peace way more than it affects anyone else. Or maybe it's a job you hate, or chasing money so hard that it's destroying your health. They might feel valuable, important, even like a part of your identity. But if they're keeping you stuck, they aren't treasures, they're traps. So I'll leave you with this final thought. You don't have to wait for the farmer with the net to be standing over you to make a choice. What is the one thing, that one peanut that you are holding in your fist right now, that you are ready to let go of in order to be free?